Hey folks, welcome back to GeekBeat Live. We have a special guest on the show today. We've got Michael from i4 Software. He is going to show us a really cool video camera application. Now, we covered this on the show. We met you at Macworld.
Yep. We actually, this was the one thing that we wanted to see going into the show, and it impressed us.
It did not disappoint.
But
and didn't you guys win like awards and stuff?
We won Macworld Best of Show.
I mean,
awesome.
Yes.
That deserves a high
five.
five.
Yes. All right. So here's the thing. You know, when we first talked, I was like, okay, why would somebody want this when they got like iMovie on their iPad? Okay, folks, let me just say this. If iMovie was a bicycle, video camera is a Ferrari. Okay? That's the way I'd put it.
That's good, that's good.
So, what we thought was we could only talk about it for like a couple minutes on the Daily Show.
And it was hard to really show you guys what it was doing.
Did not do it justice.
We asked Michael to come in studio and give us a real demo.
And we're going to learn all about it.
Now we have 10 minutes, but I don't even think we can cover everything. So
there's
let's
no
get
way.
started. So,
all right, first, hit us the quick point.
Oh, I see what it's doing.
Yeah, just switch on the other side. We might have to, yeah. I'm not sure the thing will.
I see what you do. It's the way the collar's hanging. I was just going to try and put it on my other.
Yeah,
we can put it lower.
Put it on the other side. Right.
well, no, I was thinking like his movie star and then.
How's it now, Dave?
All right.
You're what? Yeah, what happened? We had a disaster on the set. All right, we can fix anything in post. That is right, Dave. Okay, I'm just going to ask that last question again, and he's going to cut it in there.
All right.
Okay, you ready, Dave?
Michael, move around just a bit.
All right, test, 1, 2, test, test, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2.
Okay, so before we get started, give us the quick overview. What's the elevator pitch for this application?
Okay, well, video camera is basically a reinvention of the video camera.
Yeah.
We wanted to make it where you could basically edit while you're shooting.
Ridiculous.
For the primary purpose of so that when you're finished shooting, your movie's done.
You're just done. You move on to
You're
life
done, you move
and
on,
you keep
know,
going.
the party's over. You don't want to go home and edit, right?
No.
Oh.
The rave is over, the flash mob is over, the birthday party is over. You
need to get this
it
thing
out.
out.
Facebook,
But
you
of course,
Yes.
YouTube.
But most people, they just film it, and then whatever they got, they just
You
upload
just
it.
upload it. But you can have much better and more intriguing video if you do
If you
something
can edit
like
it.
this.
Yeah, especially if you can cut, if you can keep your clips short, if you can
Yeah.
keep it interesting and move around, and you can add background music. And
So you're telling me I could use the iPad that you have sitting here and I could flip between different cameras? But the iPad doesn't have different cameras.
well, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in just a moment. First, I'm gonna demo.
Just
Calm
hold your
down,
horses.
calm down. Okay,
First,
I'm
let's
sorry.
see how we just do it with one iPad.
One iPad, one iPhone, one iPod Touch.
Okay.
We're gonna make a little movie here, just right on the spot. The best way.
Okay.
All right.
We're
so,
making movies with Snoopy.
So we've got an iPad,
Christmas
and
time.
it's actually connected. We got it connected to the system. You guys are watching exactly what he's doing right now.
Okay,
Okay,
here we
walk
go.
us through it.
All right. So first of all, I'm going to go and add snapshots added to video. It's a new setting we have. Now, this build I'm demoing for you today is a real treat. It's the build that we're submitting to Apple tomorrow.
So we're looking at. Nobody can get this yet, but
Well,
you can get it really soon.
Almost
really
all
soon.
of this, but
Okay.
there's just a
Okay.
couple new features.
Okay,
so
cool.
and I'll point out which things are new.
Okay.
If you buy it today, you know you're going to get an update in about a week and a half.
Yeah.
So you're going to
Gotcha.
get even some cool new features.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start shooting. Take a little shot here.
So you hit the record button.
Hit the record button, and just take my shot. Then it asks me if I want to export that single clip or build a movie. Sometimes you just want to use it to make one
Sure.
little clip. But I'm going to build a movie. That's why we're here, right? We're going to build a
Indeed.
movie. And I'm going to choose a dissolve transition. And then I'm going to take another shot. I like to do a little aerial shot here. Can't usually afford the helicopter, but
Right.
on our
That's
little
looking
set
pretty
here,
good.
it's looking pretty nice. And then I'm going to go ahead and choose another dissolve. And then I'd like to get something right over here. You know, yeah,
Close up.
that's it.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. That's a winner.
So you're recording 3 separate clips essentially.
Yeah, so I've recorded 3
but
clips.
You're choosing the transition, so you don't have to do that later.
He's doing the transition right then and there.
But here's another thing. So this is basically live nonlinear editing. That's what we have filed patents for last year. That's basically what makes this unique, is that I'm in the live interface, and I'm actually able to click on one of these clips, preview it back. I'm able to trim it if I want to trim.
That's
Nice.
amazing.
It looks pretty intuitive too. Like you really just kind of understand what's going on.
Absolutely. So right now, one of the challenges you have with shooting sequentially is if you decide you want to change your mind. So right now, I think this movie should be about Snoopy. So I'm going to take one more shot here of Snoopy, a little close-up.
Well, I have one question. Why does Snoopy just keep going in the same circle over and over and over?
Well,
Hey, don't pick on
he
Snoopy.
likes
He
his
likes.
area of the pond.
That's right. He's carved that.
so-
He's marked his territory.
So now I'm going to move that clip. I'm going to put that clip first. And this is part of the live nonlinear editing. I'm going to move that clip and put it first in my timeline. I'm actually moving it back as I'm doing it. And then I'm also going to go ahead
Oh, I
and...
see at the bottom. It's that
showing my
little
little
thing at the
timeline.
bottom that's showing us the timeline.
Yeah, and I'm actually going to trim it off a little bit. It's a 7-second clip. Doesn't need to be quite that long. And I'm going to close that out. Now, so all this is in the live versions. Version you can buy on the App Store right now for $7.99.
Okay, just stop for a
Let's talk
minute.
about the price. Okay, for those of you just joining us, this is an app called Video Camera by i4 Software, the number 4. But $7.99.
Now, we had a conversation about this, and I swear I told him this should cost at least $40 or $50. I'm still serious about that. But
For
you
what it
guys have
does.
planned. You want everybody to be able to get this because you have some crazy plans for it. We'll talk about later. So.
Yeah, I wanted it to be $800, but Apple doesn't have that in the drop down
Right.
price choices, so we had
So
to
you
go with
went,
$7.99.
Right.
It was fine. So now basically though, if I want to, one of the things I have that's new in this build is I can actually add a snapshot to this video. So right now, if I take a little snapshot of these guys, it's kind of cool. Then it's going to bring up and let me pick a Ken Burns effect.
Zoom in, zoom out. Okay, so
and
you're doing
it actually builds a movie clip that I could export to my camera roll. I can preview that back.
So
Also-
it's got the snapshot, and it just kind of started zoomed in. It slowly zoomed out a little bit of the picture.
And then one of the other things we've got here, and this is actually in the live build, is the ability to zoom in to do a nice smooth zoom while we're shooting.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to so I tap this over here and do a nice smooth controlled zoom.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, cool.
Zoom back out. And then I've got manual controls. If I triple tap, I've got, on the iPhone it'll actually bring up focus controls. On the iPad they only have exposure controls. But I can drag that over there, lock exposure.
Wow.
If I was on an iPhone 4S, I could lock focus as well separately. I'm going to close those.
Wow.
And now what happened there, while I was talking, I was still shooting. So I'm going to go back to this.
So you can shoot in the background essentially?
Well, what happened was...
Well, he was talking and recording at the same time.
Okay.
And so what I'm going to do now is trim part of the end of that off, where I was doing exposure focus control. And then we're just going to go ahead and just finish the movie. So
there's a big done button.
yeah. So there's a big done button. I'm going to say finish and export. And we've got a music library. You can take songs off your iPod
definitely.
library. But we've got a music library that we give you that's free of charge. And so I'm going to pick probably this guy here. And I don't know, we don't have any audio probably coming out of the iPad.
But our,
That's okay.
we should pick it.
We can upload the finished version later so they can hear it.
And so we say back. We'll say we want to turn the video volume up and want to put the music volume down a little bit. We'll hear ourselves talk. Or actually, I'm going to put the music volume up and bring the video volume down. And then I'm just going to pick a studio intro. So we've got some nice studio intros that you can choose from. We can change the fonts and colors. I'm going to just use a blue background with white type. And then we'll title this thing. We'll say Snoopy.
And then we can just upload it from there.
Right. So,
And you can go to Twitter, to Facebook. Where else?
Twitter, Facebook, email, YouTube, CNN iReport,
CNN iReport, is that like their...
So if you're doing
That's
news
like
gathering,
you can submit clips to CNN, like on the spot news gathering, and
So
submit
if we're
it,
in
and
the
then
middle of a riot,
That's
then
right.
I could do something real quick and submit it to CNN iVideo or whatever.
and it's all
that's called.
edited, lower thirded. You can put your name on it and all that stuff. So when they use it, they can't even strip that stuff out.
That is awesome.
and so now it's building the movie. It's going pretty fast, and it'll be done here in probably about 20 seconds.
Okay.
At that point, the movie gets automatically exported to your camera roll. So if you sync
So
the
you can
iPhoto, it'll be right there. You can go ahead and edit that later if you want
Okay.
to. We've got all the editing features, and it's a separate edit window screen that uses, more of the full screen approach for editing.
So while this does this, let me just answer a couple of questions from the chat room.
Okay.
You guys, it is not available for Android just yet, right? You just
We're
failed me
working
for
on it.
iOS,
We're
but they
working on
are
it.
working on it. And I think everyone else was
Done.
kind of just wondering, about that price. Again, it is $7.99.
It's
$7
not. It's not $799. It's $8,
$7, yeah,
people.
$8.
What are you waiting for?
So now,
People are begging for other people to buy it
so
for
now we
them.
can go ahead and play this. Again, if we had the, let me see here real quick.
We might be
And
able
we
to get.
can-
We can get audio off of the mic here if it's coming out
I
of there.
think it's just hiding the audio because it's hooked
Sure,
into the
sure.
Apple TV. You guys
Well,
know.
that's okay. We can upload
That's okay.
that. But let's,
But let's
show
go ahead
them
and play.
the multiple
Let's show them.
cameras.
Let's show them. So there's you get a studio intro.
Oh, cool.
It's got a title.
And I could upload this on my own intro.
Snoopy on GeekBeat TV. Fade.
Very cool.
There's our Snoopy shot. We shot it at the end, but then we moved it to the beginning. Then it switched to another camera angle. Now it switched to the overhead angle.
Nice.
And we got another angle coming up. And here's another angle. And
Another
then the snapshot with the Ken Burns effect. I mean, that is amazing.
That is incredible.
We just did that.
It can also do multiple cameras.
It can
You
do-
are
so
so
let's send
anxious to get
Yeah,
to the
let's
multiple
talk
camera.
about
Let's
remote
do it.
camera.
multiple cameras.
So that's the most exciting part about this application is remote camera. Currently, we support up to 8 iOS devices on the same Wi-Fi network.
Okay.
But within the next 60 days, we actually have it working internally, so we're playing around with it. We're going to expand that to worldwide remote camera.
That's amazing.
And that's
That
going to let
is
you
awesome.
connect to anyone else that owns this app and is willing to be, we have this metaphor, stage and player. William Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage, and we are players.
Yeah.
So we've got this metaphor where you basically can either be a stage or a player. And I'm going to go ahead and be the stage on this. Or
Oh,
maybe you'd
cool.
like to be the
We're going to
stage.
do it.
Either one. And
Oh,
Because we have the super secret special versions here.
no, this is live in the App Store. The one now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Lets you do up to 8
John
iOS
just wants
devices.
to have
Oh, okay,
the
okay, okay.
special version.
But so we're going to access remote camera. We're going to proceed into there. And then we're going to basically scan our Wi-Fi network for other cameras that are available.
So this is an iPad.
So we have
in
another
my
iPad,
hands,
and we have
and
an-
it's
say allow.
asking
Allow.
if I want to connect, so I'm going to allow.
Okay.
Connect to
So now if we, now you go ahead and
Connected to
hold this.
stage.
okay.
one.
I've got an iPhone 4S.
I'm going to show the chat rooms here on my iPad.
I'm going to keep my eye on Snoopy, and maybe you keep your eye on
Oh
me.
yeah, I'm gonna.
All right.
Okay, but do I have to hit any buttons?
No, you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
So you're basically just giving me a view into what you see.
Oh,
And-
okay.
and
So
so-
then you are controlling all of it.
I'm basically
Wait,
deciding
you're
when
gonna-
I'm going to record.
You're gonna control the one I'm holding.
Yeah, I'm going to record from your camera.
That's amazing.
And
okay,
it's all
do
going to
it.
drop into my timeline here. So let's see this work right now. So I'm going to choose the devices that I want to record from, those 3
Okay, you're
devices,
highlighting them.
and I'm going to just hit record. And then I can switch which one I want to view right now,
There's the chat room.
and then I just hit stop. Oh!
Oh!
Okay, let's try this again.
Oh, we crashed it.
Yeah, we're okay. Let's try this one more time.
We can fix it in post.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll fix it. Okay, so let's switch over to remote camera. And I'm going to scan for you guys again. You're going to have to allow again.
Allow.
Okay.
All right, I'm recording here. The chat room.
And I'm going to go ahead and record. Here we go. So I'm recording basically from all 3 cameras at once
That's
using
amazing.
proxies. And then when I hit stop, it's going to transfer. Right now it's going to say, do you want to transfer the 8-second file from the iPad to 3G? So I'm going to say yes. Definitely want to get that file. Then it's going to ask me if I want to get your file. I'm going to say yes. Definitely want to get that file. And then I close out a remote camera, and you're going to see it's built a timeline down here with those 3 clips. So first is my clip.
So we can watch you now?
Yeah, first is my clip. Then here's Callie's clip.
Such an exciting clip I provided you.
That's right.
And then here is your clip.
That is ridiculous.
I could trim any of these if I want to, so if I want to do a kind of a live switching type thing, I can use the time markers to keep track of where I'm trimming. But I'm just going to make the movie, make it sequentially, and I'm going to hit done. Again, I hit done, I hit finish and export, and pick a background music, pick my credits, and hit finish, and it gets done, and I can put that up on Facebook or YouTube.
This is incredibly amazing, and you guys in the chat room, I just want you to kind of think about what this means. You know, grabbing video from other people in the network and eventually outside of the network, hopefully.
Yes.
The ability to put all of that together live in real time.
Well, you know,
You just can't do that.
You know what I'm thinking is I'm thinking about us, the way we go and gather news, okay?
Yes.
And what I'm thinking is we could go somewhere, and we've got a little iPad stand right here, okay? So, for example, we could take 3 iPads with us, put them on stands around us, and then we could have somebody with another iPad being kind of the primary camera, and we could do an interview, we could do coverage of any sort, and we can sit there and edit and upload it right then. It's already done processing. We upload it right then and there.
And
now
that
the one
means
thing
that we can get you guys coverage if we were at CES much faster.
Now the one thing though that I think I might have asked you this before. You've got some built-in, like at the beginning it had the little opening thing. You got some built-in ones. Will we be able to use our own custom little intro eventually?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, you can load any clip from your camera roll.
Oh, right.
Okay.
That's right.
So what some news gathering people are doing right now is they're basically just loading that clip from their camera roll as their first clip, and then when they go to the credit screen, they're turning off studio intro.
Right.
And then so they basically have their own.
So you
intro
can do
in
it
there
that
first.
too.
Yeah.
That's a quick way, but you know our long-term vision for this is we see this basically creating an entirely new genre of social network, video sharing, basically showing people what you see and connecting with people all over the world who have Android devices or iOS devices that are willing participants in this stage and player metaphor.
Yeah.
And basically you can create movies, real-time, collaborating with people all over the world, and then be able to share those, watch those, talk about those, chat about those. So we're creating this worldwide remote camera network, and that's
It's
a long-term
amazing.
vision for this.
Well,
So-
we are super excited. We're going to be
Yeah.
using this a lot and
Yeah.
helping you guys to understand what all we can do with
Yeah,
it
we
on an
made you
ongoing
beta
basis.
testers.
That's
Exactly.
true.
I
We
brought you
can't wait.
T-shirts today.
Oh, yay, t-shirts.
So-
So you guys can get more information at i4software.com. You can download the app from iOS store, from iTunes, and for all of your iOS devices.
$8.
$8.
And the website for the app is i4videocamera.com.
There you go,
i4videocamera.com.
i4videocamera.com.
Go get it.
I have one more question for
Okay.
you, Michael. Do you like bacon?
I really do like bacon.
Okay.
I like bacon milkshakes.
You know what? While they sit around and talk about how much
With
they like
eggs, scrambled
bacon,
eggs, and-
you guys
Oh,
head on
biscuits.
over to
And
GeekBeat.tv, /fame spot, and tell us what kind of bacon you like. We'll be right back.